Good morning everyone, welcome back to Hearthstone. Today we're playing Tempo Warrior. I'm looking at my deck list and my own deck names confuse me. Tempo Warrior is an interesting deck. It has surfaced, I believe, at the end of the League of Explorers meta, just before Whispers of the Old Gods launched. At least that's the point at which it reached some popularity. And it has been a good deck, but a little dependent on what the meta is like. Is that good to keep against? Well, it's decent against Tunnel Shark, surprisingly. I might keep one up. No. It's too important to drop minions, I think. Hey, and that's a good card. That is definitely a good card. So it is absolutely horrific against certain decks. It has basically no answer to Patron Warrior, so that one is basically GG. But it has some surprisingly good matchups also, which is... Do I hit that? I'm playing the Axe always, but do I hit that? I might hit a Whirlwind next turn, depending on what happens. It's not awful. Sure, I'll take 6. I'll take 6. I'm likely hitting that anyway, so... I'm probably not taking extra damage, and I'm just keeping options open with regards to hitting other stuff. So yeah, that's not awful. I took 9 damage from that. That's just the way it is. And I am not even armoring up. I want to get this X equipped for next turn, because next turn I'm playing Bloodhood Brave, and there's no time to do anything else. No, it's not a very aggressive shaman. An aggressive shaman wouldn't run a card like this. So that's good. That is good, and I'm still playing this. That is good enough. I'm not worrying about the 1/1. It's not worth the charge on my axe. Ooh, an owl. That is interesting. Could we please? Yeah, thank you. Thank you. That's really nice. Okay. I think we're drawing some cards here. Yeah. Yeah, that seems like a nice idea. It's important to get your value out of your cards, especially when they're kind of situational. And right now I'm getting some armor and 3 more cards, which is a good use of a turn, in my opinion. Start running, Shaman. Alright. Yeah, that wasn't horrible. This deck has some issues in getting enough cards to do its thing, because of cards like Execute and Whirlwind and Battle Rage Slam. It runs out of cards rather quickly. What is happening here? Alright, not much is happening apparently, but that's okay with me. Do we hit that? I think we play Ghoul. Do I play Berserker? I think I want to play Berserker. But Lightning Storm might wreck me, won't it? In that case... Something's off here. But I would like to hit this, hit face. Oh, that's actually rather good. Strike. Sure. And let's not get wrecked by... No, let's not get wrecked by... So I'll play this after. It doesn't need to be huge right now, and I would rather have the 1 extra health here. So hitting this, hitting face. And that is perfectly fine. It's as large as it needs to be. It's still a threat, because I could have multiple Whirlwind effects on hand. So he needs to do something about it. Well, and that something is Stormcrack, apparently. That's okay with me. What kind of shaman would run Stormcrack? That's an interesting card. I'm actually kind of curious now. But we're... Are we even dropping the monkey? I'm kind of expecting half and half an elemental destruction. He is slightly overloaded, right? So 6 mana next turn. I'm always armoring up. Am I playing Monkey? Well, it doesn't guarantee die to Lightning Storm, so unless he Elemental Destructions, I think I'm okay with that. And if he does, then I can still drop Rooster next turn, so that should be okay. Why did I see that coming and still walk right into it? I don't know. At least I'm getting some armor. At least I'm getting some armor, but this isn't pretty. Yeah, I think we just drop Rag here. Rag is a pretty good card. I think I'm happy no matter what he hits, though I would certainly prefer the thing. I'm tempted to call it Thing in the Eyes, but that's not its name. Oh, that's good. That's really good. Alright, I'm happy with that result. And there's the Hex. That's not entirely unpredictable. Ooh, that's his entire mana allowance for this turn, though. How much do I care about... Well, the Hex can still kill totems. It's probably fine. I need to get some stuff on the board. And this would be kind of a shame. So sure. I need to get something on the board at least. I'm thinking some kind of spell. Maybe a Yogg Shaman. I definitely shouldn't have played the Monkey. I saw it coming and I still did it. Kinda bad. Well, oh well, maybe I'm wrong. But at least I have a Ghoul and an Execute. That's not awful. Ooh, those are really cheap. Those are really cheap right now. A little worrisome. Do I double Execute? That might be dangerous. These are likely some of the biggest things in his deck, though. Though I'll admit I'm a little worried here. But I can't just drop Fairy in here and hope everything will turn out alright. Because with that attitude, it won't. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. I'm a little bit all in on Varian here next turn. That's okay, right? We've got a lot of health. I'm not sure what else is going to happen, but I have a feeling those things might be some of the biggest things in his deck, so I'm not extraordinarily worried. Yeah, there's the other Fire Elemental, of course, and what else is going... Oh, gosh. That is actually kind of bad. That is actually kind of bad for me, but I don't have a lot of hard, well, easy immediate removal. And now I'm drawing all the small cards. Yep. Took a chance. Took a chance, and that didn't turn out the way I would like. No, it didn't. Okay, I'm hitting that in the face. Oh my gosh, it's all so big. Don't take that out of context with me. Ow. That's really bad for me. That is really bad for me. Alright, we're hitting that, right? We're most certainly hitting that. Oh, that's a card. Oh, how good is that? How good is that? Yeah, we're killing that. I don't like it, but we have to drop some. We have to drop some things, and we have to clear the board on the other side. So it's just what we have to do. I would definitely like to have a Fierce Monkey at some point during these turns. Yeah, please don't hex my Cairn. That would make me really sad right now. You know what would make me really sad at this point? If you hexed my Cairn. Don't hex my Cairn. Thank you for not hexing my Cairn. That was really amazing of you. Alright, are we keeping this Harrison though? I would like to hit into that. I would also like to hit into this. There's some real considerations here.
What now?
So we can charge. And we can charge and kill something important. I would like to slam this. I think I'm always slamming that. That is a thing that always happens, I think. So then we could Battle Rage for 2 cards and drop the Korkron. Or do I just start going face? I don't have an activator for Grommash here. But the Shaman might not run any healing, so as soon as I... Yeah, you know, I don't hate going face here. I wonder... Oh, whoops, I forgot the armor up there. I wonder whether that Shaman deck would run any healing. And if not, then he's got some awkward trades to make. The Stomp Cracks are kind of unexpected though, but I suppose a card like Lava Burst or something would do the trick all the same. And he has to make that trade, which makes me not too worried about the healing totem here. He doesn't have great answers to my big minions. So I might just... Can I just cycle for 1 card? He can just spam... He can just spam the Taunt Totems now. It's a little awkward. I'm gonna need more minions, and I'm gonna need 2 at a time. That's a good candidate though. I think I'm okay with that. Yeah. Acolyte of Pain, of course, is not the minion you want in this situation, but he only has... Oh no. I was actually waiting for a weapon to destroy here, but this is a bit more than what I bargained for. I think I'll wait. I think I'll wait a turn. Because this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt a lot. That card is not doing anything here. Well, it might lure a couple extra charges, I'm not sure. Maybe I should just start playing Grommash and... How bad would Harrison be here? How bad would Harrison be? And what else can I draw? You know, if Harrison survives a turn, I can just Grommash his face for the win, right? If I get an additional Whirlwind effect, like a Blood to Ichor, do I have a Blood to Ichor? I don't know, but if I get 1 hit in, then he loses. And I don't know how I'm getting that. Maybe I just... No. Well, yeah, screw the rules. Screw the rules. This is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt like a bitch. But... Assuming I don't die, which I think I won't, I think I win. If I don't die, I win. Yeah, I'm pretty confident about that. So we can Whirlwind and then Blood to Ichor. And that should kill him, right? So as long as I survive this turn, and he doesn't get additional taunts, is that Evolve? That has to be Evolve. Or does he just need something to... He just needs something to play, right? Alright.
Well played. I can wait no longer. You win this one, friend.
He didn't even let me finish. Aww.
Well played.
Well, that was a little tighter than I expected. And what is my computer doing? I need to shut some things down because this is not the way we agreed, dear computer. But yeah, that was a nice game. That is Tempo Warrior as I like it. Can we please not crash Hearthstone, please? Pretty. Oh, that's not good. Okay, I'm gonna cut here, guys. And we're back. Okay, great. Wow. My computer still lives. Hurrah. If I did not clear out the last part, please leave a comment below because I will, but I'm kind of forgetful sometimes. So, if you just had like 1 or 2 minutes of nothing, then please let me know. Because that's not the level of content I would like to provide for people. Bloodhoof Brave is pretty good against Rogue, I think. Armor Smith, not really what we're looking for. Actually, Bloodhoof is slow, but we have the coin. So it's like a 3. And threes are okay. No, I don't mind this hand. 6 health is a lot to chew through for the average rogue player, so yeah, I think I like this as a starting hand. I'm certainly not using the coin right now, but we could be in reasonable shape here. I got absolutely wrecked by a rogue just before starting this episode. But yeah, that's just a matter of bleeding dry over time and not really getting your card draw, or not making enough of the card draw you've got, and then you find yourself sitting on 2 executes and 2 blood to acres and all kinds of small situational spells in hand and nothing really to play, and then then you start skipping 2 turns and everything is terrible. It's just the way it works sometimes. And that's the reason this deck has so much card draw, because it needs it. It really needs it. But it's a fun deck to play. I would really recommend. Varian is not required, but you would do well with a similar big card, a card that really demands attention. So, for example, I've heard of players replacing it with what's it called again? I think we're slamming here, right? Are we slamming? It's the only real way to get rid of that, so that's okay. So I've heard of players replacing Varian with what's it called? With Rafam. And I found that really interesting. Because Rafam kind of, well, you do have to invest another 10 mana, but the board of 3/3 zombies can be really hard for certain opponents to get rid of. It's basically good in the same way that a board full of patrons is good. Certain people just can't deal with it, and that's pretty amazing. Is that a sap? That is a sap. All right. Can we deal with this? We've got some whirlwind effects, so it's probably okay. I could even just play the Brave again. It's not amazing, but it might work out. Alternatively, I really don't want to. I don't want to execute that. Although, yeah, I should save and execute for like an impossibly large Van Cleave or something. So probably playing the Brave is still the best idea here. I don't have anything constructive to do with my other 2. Actually, how about I play Monkey, and is Monkey just as good? Well, this hits, then the dagger hits. That's probably fine. I don't feel the need to use my axe here. I don't have... well, I have 1 other weapon on hand, but it's not. That's not really amazing right now. And if she wants to sap the Monkey, then I'm entirely okay with that. Well, I'll get a whirlwind effect soon enough, and then all these violent recruits are kind of meaningless.
Thank you.
She's got some coins, right? Oh, no. She's already used the coin from the other one. Okay, so eviscerate that one. Kills the armor smith, that's okay. Now just a 1 damage effect, or even a whirlwind effect gets rid of the teacher, so that's good. And hey, look who's there. Okay, so we take the damage from the Tomb Pillager once. I guess we kinda have to, but at least we can draw a card here. That's pretty good. So that seems pretty good, right? Yeah, she gets a coin from killing the Pillager, so I guess I'll take some additional damage here. It's probably okay. The Ghoul is such a good card. It is so much better than everyone thought. In even Control Warrior, in Tempo Warrior, in Patron Warrior, that card is ridiculous. It's not ridiculously overpowered, but it's just really good, and that's a good quality to have in a card. just to have really, really good cards. I mean, I like really, really good cards. Doesn't everyone? Dropping to 13 would be asking a bit much here, I feel. Oh, and that wouldn't really solve the problem, right? Do I Cork Run into that thing? I have nothing to play if I Cork Run that. Then again, the best I can... Oh, I can execute. I can actually execute Armor Up and play a 4, which could be a Cork Run. That seems wasteful. Let's just draw a card first. Because I think that's always happening. And then we execute something, and... Well, that's a little awkward now. But playing the taunt seems nice, I think. That is probably fine. So taunt, armor, and execute. Getting these taunts down is kind of important, because she really doesn't want to deal with 6 damage to it, so she kinda has to sap it. And that means other stuff that is more important to me does not get sapped. And that is kind of awkward for her. So, yeah, that is quite acceptable still. Although, I don't have a clear way to get rid of that. Ragnaros might work, but in the cases that it doesn't, it's actually kind of awkward. Do we just play another Brave and then... Or do we... Well, every case except the Cork Run running into it will leave her with a minion, and I think I will save the Cork Run for when it really matters. So that means we Cork Run and Weaponsmith? Weaponsmith seems a little weak right now. But then again, so does... Well... No, the Berserker seems fine. I'm a little worried about instantly dying here to some cold blood business. That's just the way Rogue works. And if she plays an Auctioneer and somehow gets rid of my minions, I do want the ability to get rid of that. What is she planning? She better have an Eviscerate for that thing, because she's taking a lot of damage right now. Or maybe hoping for a sap. I guess that could work. If she had Auctioneer, or... Well, maybe she's saving the preparations, actually. But if she had Auctioneer, I think... Well, this is good news. This is certainly good news, because that's a really inefficient way of dealing with that. So that I like. She really did want a way to get rid of the taunt, so that's a little worrisome. Do we draw some cards here, or do we just start dropping bombs? I think I like the plan of dropping bombs, but I'm a little worried. Well, it's a 50-50, really. Do I trade? I could also trade. I kinda like putting her on a clock, and I don't get the idea that she has the greatest hand imaginable. So this is probably okay. I'm happy in either case, but I would prefer if you hit the minion, Ragnaros. Okay, well, have it your way. I'm a little frightened right now, but I hope she is too. Okay, that's good news. That means I'm probably not dead. And not dead is a state in which I like to see myself, yeah. That's the way I like it. So how does she deal with the Ragnaros? That's a really great question. And the answer is she does not. So the next question... Oh my gosh, am I dead? No, I'm not. I'm not. Wow. That is dangerous, though. That is really dangerous. Am I still dead? Oh my gosh. That is like the biggest... Okay. Okay. Well, in that case... I could go for the YOLO Rag. I'm pretty much dead unless I taunt, right? Yes, I don't have a way to get rid of that except for 3 whirlwinds in 1 turn. Do I win if I get... No? Wait, can I actually... I think I actually can win here. If I get 2 whirlwind effects from this Battle Rage. Let's try the Battle Rage then. I have more faith in the Battle Rage than in... Is that enough? That is enough. Do I have enough mana to do all that? I do. Phew! Kinda made me nervous there. Kinda did make me nervous, but that works. Could I have done the same with the Arathi Weaponsmith? Maybe. That's a great point. That's good you say that. I will consider that next time, because that may have been... No, I do think I really needed the Whirlwind there. Yeah, I really did need the Whirlwind, so without it I couldn't have done it. But there were 3 Whirlwinds still in the deck, I think. So there was a decent chance of that happening. It's yeah, it's a matter of knowing what's in your deck and knowing your outs. I think a card like Blood to Ichor might have helped by buffing the Berserker, and no, not quite. Only before the Whirlwind.
I must protect the wild.
So mostly 3 cards that all have a Whirlwind effect. I kinda underestimated the amount of damage the Berserker would gain, though. Alright, against a Druid. Let's see. I do like keeping Ichor here, I think. Do I keep Ichor Execute, though? It's kinda good against an Innervate play, which I'm a little worried about. So yeah, let's also keep an Execute. Not the biggest fan of keeping the... of hoping for... well, not hoping for him to get a nice Innervate play, but it's good to have a backup plan, in case things start to go sour.
Greetings.
Let's see what his turn 2 will be. And that should likely tell us what we're up against. So there's the Innervate play, so that's Innervate... Well, I think I'm glad I kept the Execute. I think I'm glad I kept that, because this could end really poorly. This could end really poorly. Alright, well, we do have the Execute, so that should tide us over for the first few turns. Well, that's not the card he was hoping for, certainly. So that's 4 mana gone, and he gets an excess mana, but he only has 6 mana left. So that's a card he can't play. That's probably something big then. So let's keep that in mind and prepare. Do we want to draw more cards, or do we actually want... I don't hate getting a clock going here. And this is a card he should be worried about, so might entice him to swipe this and not play something huge. Which I can only encourage, I think. Ooh. That's a card though. Well, if I slam the Armorsmith into there, then I can just trade both of the minions off, and that's probably fine. I kinda hate it, but sure. Sure, it's what we have to do. We don't run any silences, we don't want to give away free minions, so this is probably fine. This is 4, right? Yeah, this is 4. In this case, Bloodhoof Brave or Acolyte? I think having the Brave out is preferable here. It's a card he can't immediately deal with, and we still have this Execute Bloodtaker plan, so that's pretty great. Oh, and that kinda works. How worried am I about these scenarios here, though? I might not have to execute that. And that would be pretty great if I didn't. Let me think. Can I just coin... Well, I might want to coin the Ragnaros, actually. In a few turns. So that means I now have to choose between Berserker or Acolyte. I'm always killing one of these. So now it has 4 attack. I can't quite deal with both of these, but I don't think a executing the scenarios here is absolutely necessary. It'll likely be taken down a peg before before anything terrible happens. I do like getting the Berserker out here, and I should have done that before trading. It's usually good to think by yourself, well, what always happens this turn, and then just do that, so you don't forget about it later. But in this case, it's kind of a bad practice, I'm afraid. Kind of a bad practice, because it made me misorder my things. That thing has to die, I think.
A new acquisition.
A new acquisition. Oh my. Yeah, that thing is trouble. That thing is trouble, okay. Let me think about that. Oh, I don't hate that. Let me think. So I can ooze, or I can acolyte. Do I execute that thing? I don't know. The real answer here is I don't know. I think I don't. I think he will be the one to trade. So in that case, do I want to use? I do want to use, even if it's only 2-1. So we're doing it this way. Wait, do we want a card? No, we want to execute this thing. Okay. Because this thing is going to be rather big right now. And as long as we execute this, I think we should be okay. And then we can coin the Ragnaros next turn. And that should be a pretty good turn, I'd say. He still has to get rid of this. That's his random spell. That's actually rather good. That's sort of exactly the card Druids wants in this situation. He's discovering a spell, I imagine, because he really wants a swipe here. Or a Wrath, I guess, is good enough. Trades his scenarios. That's not what he wanted, I think. Ooh, that seems like a really poor turn for him. Unless he drops a minion right now. Oh, well, that's a card. That's a card, I suppose. That kind of works. But I definitely like playing a Ragnaros here. And I would definitely prefer hitting the minion. Yes, thank you. Because that basically gets rid of my 3/3 for free. And I doubt he has any serious removal here. Of course, he could top deck something. Would he have taken a mulch? I don't think so. I don't think he would have taken a mulch.
Unleash the
Oh, that is a good card. Tomb Spider is actually rather good for Druid, indeed. Is he hitting that? Oh, of course he's hitting that. Yes, that makes sense. I was like, wait, why deal 1 damage to the 3/3? But alright, I can see where he's going. I need some cards. I really need some cards here. So let's draw some.
Let the pain speak to me.
And if I get to draw like a Battle Rage, that would be well. That wasn't as exciting as I had hoped. Could have played the Armorsmith there, but I think I've got enough stuff on the board here. Actually, I probably should have. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That is really good for me. Again.
I dream and
Ooh, that's a card. That is a real card. And that is something we need to get rid of here. I suppose I could Grommash and hit into it, and then, regardless of what Ragnaros hits, we'll be glad. I could draw a card. How does drawing a card sound? I don't hate it. I don't hate it. It's a little awkward, because she does deal 4 damage back to him. Could also drop the Cairn and the Monkey, but then Ysera survives. I kind of like the 50-50 on killing her, and he doesn't seem to have a way to deal with big stuff. So I think I like this. I think I like this a lot. Ooh, and that's painful. Alright, that's pretty nice. Okay, let's see what he has. Please no Ysera Awakens. That would be really sucky here. Please don't let that... Oh, that is not. Okay, that's good. That likely means that it isn't. And as said before, it seems to not be. And that's a 1-1. Alright. He's swarming. And I can't blame him for that. Can we kill him? I don't think we can kill him, right? No. No. And we can't clear the board enough for that to be a likely scenario. We can go for a 1 in 5, or we can draw some cards. How does drawing some cards sound? I don't hate it. Do we want some armor? Not really. But I can't really imagine what would be good here. If I get Cork Run, do I win? No, not quite. I can Whirlwind again. That's not awful. Draws me another card. And gets me to... Yeah, I can still drop a taunt. It's not awful. And I'm really getting some armor here. That's pretty nice. Not exactly what we needed. But if I drop a taunt and then hit face, I have a 1 in 4. And I'll take a 1 in 4. Yeah! Yeah! Sometimes it works. Sometimes it works, guys. What can I say? Alright, let's play one more game. I like this deck a lot, if you haven't realized that yet. But yeah, I'm having a good time, as long as I'm not pit against a lot of Patron warriors. Mostly other warriors, basically. Cause yeah, warriors are usually rough. I beat one warrior a bit earlier. Is this good? I think this is good.
Let the hunt begin.
By sniping his Ragnaros with my Ragnaros, and after that he just conceded. But I think that was a Patron warrior, so if he made a board of Patrons, I could basically just concede immediately. It's really that bad. You can't deal with a board full of Patrons with its deck. You're not running Brawl, and you don't have any damaging effects that deal more than 2 damage at a time. So yeah, it's actually quite awful. Do I keep Whirlwind against... I think I keep Whirlwind against Hunter, yeah. Oh, a Monkey is a good card. Yeah, I like that. Slime is not awful either, so this could work. We don't have an X, but that's the only thing I would like more about this hand. Let's see what we got here. Is that a Flame Juggler, or a Huge Toad, or a Secret? Okay. Well, I'll take a Secret. Not right now. It's not Dart Trap. We checked that one. Not that I would advocate checking for Dart Trap in general, but it's good to know. And that's a slow start for him, so either it's some special... Okay, it's something special. Alright, so, well, if that's a snipe, I'll draw a card. Thank you. That is not a snipe. Alright, that's fine then. Do we attack face? I don't think we attack face. Well, attacking face is not really an option anymore, but... yeah... So we can slam that for a card, and then we can Ichor it for a card. Well, no, we can't Ichor it for a card, but... Yeah, this is acceptable. We may not be able to attack, though. That could be a little awkward. Well, in that case, we can Whirlwind, right? We can always Whirlwind. Would that be good? I don't know about that. I wouldn't mind Whirlwinding here. It's actually rather good. I'm drawing a card. Instead of slamming the Acolyte, possibly trigger... well, if I trigger Snakes, that's good. If I trigger Freezing, that's actually pretty bad. I don't want to trigger Freezing with this. Right, let's Whirlwind. And definitely not attacking face now. Yeah, I don't hate the Whirlwind there. It could be good to counter a Snake Trap later, but At this point, I think I'm satisfied with this solution. So definitely attacking with this first. And preferably before attacking with any other minions, right? Yeah, this is likely to be an explosive. Oh, hello? What is happening here? Alright, that's an explosive, so I'm drawing a card and not triggering any other traps. I think I'm not triggering any other traps, okay. I'm always a little confused about that interaction. So I think monkey and axe, right? Yeah, I don't care too much about having the armor right now. And having the axe available is rather important, I feel. So we can attack... do we attack face first? Well, we attack face with the minion first, right? I'm not sure whether freezing would have triggered. I think it would have, because that was the rightmost secret, so I think that was the last secret played. Oh, well, that does tell me something about the deck he's playing. And that he probably doesn't have a lot of minions. Let's keep that a definite. Okay, so there's likely a bear trap here, which I would be willing to trigger. I'm also willing to trigger a snake trap here, so that's fine. This is snakes. Yes, this is snakes. And now freezing? No. Okay, so probably bear trap, the last one. And that's fine. I can deal with the bear trap. So definitely not attacking face here. I want to put enough pressure on him before turn 10. Because I would not like to hit the Yogg lottery. Well, I shouldn't have played that, I guess. That's a little ugly. Especially since I have a bunch of weapons in my hand that I have no use for right now. That's a bear trap, though. I don't want to trigger a bear trap right now. That's really ugly. I could trigger it with Grum next turn, which is not awful, depending on what he does, of course. Maybe I should just... yeah, I kind of want to start hitting face, but I can't. Well, that solves that problem, I guess. Do I really care about that thing, though? I don't think I do. Let's just get rid of the bear trap first. And he can deadly shot this, though. I kind of don't want to... let's just waste the weapon in that case. Just get something on the board. Well, I could Ichor that. If I Ichor that... can I can't possibly attack face this round without... well, I'll expose Grom, sure. Just hit face first. He could have Hunter's Mark. That's a little ugly. Yeah, I kind of realized that a bit too late. Either Hunter's Mark or the thingamajig works. Deadly Shot. So I kind of threw Grom away here for getting rid of the bear trap. Oh, well, that's something. You can't get rid of that right now. But we've got a host of new problems right now. So that is something to be worried about. Let's see. Grom hits into that. Then how do we get rid of Huffer? Oh, I guess we can Whirlwind. That'll be nice. Oh, we can execute too. How about we execute Misha? We might want to save the execute for the Yogg's run though.
No.
I kind of wanna do that. Yeah. Okay, so we're still hitting... well, if I execute Misha, then I can kill Yogg. I kind of like that. I can always kill Yogg by hitting it with my face, though. Yeah, let's do it that way. Sure. I don't expect Grom to live for very long either way, so it's probably fine. So I can hit Yogg and start hitting face with this. We have one more turn before the big Yogg's run, so let's see if we can get some damage in. I have 16, so he might be scared of dying next turn, and there's actually kind of a real risk. I just need 1 more damage, really. That unleashes above average, I'd say. Sure. That is above average, yeah. He even gets a hound left over. That's so nice. Okay, so we can Arathi here. Would he run weapons? I guess he would run weapons, wouldn't he? I kinda don't want to overextend into Yogg's run either way. So this is probably fine. Kinda also want to armor up. Keep armoring. Rather important. So we've got the board. I think he would have Yogg's around here. I could be wrong. Maybe he's hoping for me to have more of a board. Or he's expecting to win it this way. I don't know. That seems dangerous. Can he kill us if we don't armor up? I really don't know what to expect. Most that he can do, I think, is 7. With Call to the Wild plus Hero Power, so let's go.
The armies of Stormwind.
I think that's fine. Let's see what we get. Oh, Taunt is good. Unless he wipes the board with Yogg, of course, but that's the risk. So I'm betting Yogg comes out here. So let's just give him the well played here. I'm pretty much banking on a Yogg, and then we'll see what happens. Oh, it's his leftmost card? Oh, and then he played all the other stuff already. I guess that's possible. Alright. Let's see it. Mind games. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. Oh, and that's not awful either. A Shadow Flame the Ooze. Well, that's... You could have thought of a better target, I think. Hunter Secret, draw 2 cards. Alright. Drain life on me. Alright. Lock and load. Oh boy. Siphon Soul the Armorsmith. This is looking pretty good, I'd say. Oh, the lock and load doesn't trigger? Wow. Well, that turns out to be pretty good for him. That actually did turn out to be pretty good for him. Well, yeah. I am a little screwed here. There's even a Hunter Secret that I don't know what to do with. Let's begin by attacking face and see what happens.
Well played.
It's not a bear, it's not an explosive. Alright, so we get to trade here. Yeah, but we could also let him do the trading. He's got a nice hero power there, so we definitely want to armor up. And I think playing Cairn... Oh my gosh, okay, well, that was unexpected.
For the glory of Stormwind.
Well, that's a little awkward. I'll admit that's a little awkward. His hero power is 2 damage? Alright, well, it's not much different then when you're dealing with a face situation. I'm that to a quick shot though, so yeah, not expecting too much here. Yeah, that Yogg turned out to be pretty good for him. That Yogg did turn out to be pretty good. Not much you can do about that. It's basically a weighted coin flip at that point. And I couldn't quite put enough pressure on him. That Call to the Wild was actually pretty good. Sounds like a fun deck. But if you don't draw Yogg, then you're actually in deep trouble. So I guess that's what the King's Alec is for. It seems like a fun deck. If only I could muster the courage to craft a Yogg for that. Alright, so hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any suggestions on what deck to play next, don't let it be Spellhunter, first of all, but in all other cases, please feel free to leave a comment below. And I'll see you next time.